Good morning, good day, happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day, which is kind of difficult going on right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but either way, my name is Michael John. It is my purpose in life to assist you on becoming your best version. However that may be, man, do you guys feel this energy that's been going on in this last few weeks? A lot of tests been thrown at us, and I just wanted to share some things that I've been going through. And I just want to get, you know, your guys' story, really. See if you're going through this. Because I went to my energy healing class, which we have weekly. And it seems as though, let's just say there was 12 people there. At least 8 to 10 were going through something extremely difficult. And I think a lot of our weaknesses are being tested right now. Anything that is on a weak foundation right now is being challenged, and it's coming to the surface, and we have to deal with it, and it's not a fun experience. So maybe you are also feeling like your world's closing in on you, like almost as if you don't have any options and not much wiggle room. And I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on, but I would like to think that the universe is putting pressure on us, and that pressure is going to transcend us to our next level. Because just consider this. When in your life have you had any type of transformation, any type of breakthrough, anything that propelled you in the directions of your dreams, when you were living a comfortable life, when everything was going good, everything seemed right on point? When's the last time something really, transformational has happened within you, when you weren't experiencing some type of pain? And one thing that, came to my mind, while I'm going through all this, is quit running the pleasure. Because, all it's doing is making you weaker. So every time that you have, a low vibrational thought or emotion, and you want to run to something, whether it's, cannabis, alcohol, any type of drugs, really, unless they're mind expanding drugs and you're using them for spiritual evolution, but anything, like I'm battling, I use kratom to kind of as a maintenance thing for my addictions right now. And it's difficult, but I know it's something that I can't go on doing for too much longer, and it's coming to the surface. And I've been working on, lowering my tolerance to a point where I could just get off it. And I actually have a tincture of some iboga total alkaloid. It's probably like a gram in a tincture of Everclear. So when I get down to a tolerance that is quite low, and it seems like I can't get any lower without just completely removing it from my life, that night I'm gonna with I'm gonna with I'm gonna not dose about 8 hours before I go to bed, and then I'm gonna take this iboga total alkaloid. And from what I gather and what I'm told is they're gonna clear my receptors and recalibrate my opiate receptors and my dopamine receptors, because that's where I'm struggling at. And it's difficult, it's extremely difficult. Um, and if you struggle with anything like overeating, maybe you have, you know, a kratom habit or some type of habit that cause dependency. if you have anything that causes dependency and you have an overactive opiate receptor and dopamine receptor, that's going to cause a whole bunch of problems. Like, just know that if you struggle with addiction and you also overeat and have poor food choices, that is a sign also of the addiction. So once you heal one aspect, that other one will heal. It's like a double whammy. So just stay focused on what you want to accomplish as far as becoming your best version, not as far as like personal goals, but strengthening your foundation. What is your next move? Because the universe, it's not fucking joking around anymore. It's saying if you have any weaknesses, I am going to challenge them and I'm going to bring them to the surface and you're going to deal with them. And if you don't want to deal with them, then I'm going to put the pressure on you so much that it's going to feel like your fucking walls are closing in on you. You're not going to have another move. And it's not going to be a fun experience. Like, I received an angel number all day yesterday. And finally, at the end of the day, I ended up reading it. And one of the things it said was, the universe is ushering you towards change. Now, you could let go and commit to this change, or you could resist it. But either way, the universe is going to do what it's going to do. So pretty much, fucking, get on deck or fucking go somewhere. But I've been dealing with it, I've been emotionally purging. I've been feeling really down and uncomfortable around loved ones and, just unsupported. And I've noticed my lower back's been killing me. And I haven't even been working out because of all the ascension symptoms. I'm just taking a week off. And then another thing is, I don't think I've been speaking my truths, or I've been holding too much in because I don't want to communicate with anybody. Because there's some people just don't know how to communicate and they want to take everything personal and they want to turn everything into an argument. So sometimes it's just better to just space yourself. But like with me, with this mentality, I think it's blocked my throat chakra because yesterday out of nowhere, I'm all congested. My throat started to become sore. And then I woke up. And it was kind of weird. I had woke up. And as soon as I opened up my eyes, I had like 4 hiccups. Hiccup, 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 hiccup. And then they were gone. I was like, that was weird. I never had any hiccups when I woke up. And then I looked up the meaning to it. And it said that, when you have hiccups upon waking up, real briefly, it's some type of, transformation. Just a little transformation, a little breakthrough that you experienced. And I definitely had a breakthrough, like, I think it was 2 days ago, and it was caused from breath work. Breath work, I'm going to share something with you guys because this is powerful. If you are going through this whole ascension and you're having one of those days where you feel dense and like you just can't surface the joyful you, and you're just down and out, and it seems as though you can't do anything to raise your vibration, breath work. Do some breath work. All you have to do is about 3 rounds. Look up the Wim Hof method. That works great. But just know, when you start feeling these emotions while you're doing this breath work, because something's going to happen during your breath work session, and you're going to have this sudden urge to just stop. And it's almost like your ego just trying to pull you back, telling you, no, you don't want to do this. Let's not shed this older aspect of us that's no longer serving us. Let's let him remain and control our lives. But you have to push through that, and you have to be like, no, fuck that. This is going. And you continue pushing through that breath work, even though you're something within you saying, stop, stop. Not a painful stop, but just like an uncomfortableness. And then you'll start having these thoughts coming to the surface while you're doing this breath work, and it makes you want to stop, but you have to keep going. And if you just keep going, you're going to fucking just push that block out of you. And it's going to come in the form of emotional purge. You're going to cry your eyes out. But that's how you know your breathwork session was successful. You know, I'm not saying all breathwork sessions are going to create an emotional purge, but the very good ones will. And at the very least, you should feel extremely euphoric once you come out of that breathwork section. Regardless of how you were feeling before you went into it, you should be feeling like $1,000,000. Guaranteed. So if you are going through this and you are having these ascension symptoms and you feel like a dense, low vibrational being right now, do this breath work, you know. Do 20 breaths, you know. I mean, if you guys don't want to, just look up the Wim Hof method. All he does is he does like 20 to 30 breaths in and out, you know. He sucks up the air and then he lets it fall out. He don't push it out. Suck it up and then let it fall out. And you do this 20 times, and on your 20th breath, you exhale all the air from your diaphragm, and you just not breathe. And you could cause a vacuum in your stomach, almost like you're pulling energy up from your root chakra all the way up your first 3 lower chakras, and you're trying to get that block out of your heart and your throat. And so you're creating this vacuum while you're holding your breath. And then once you have that urge of your parasympathetic nervous system kick in, like that fight or fight response, and you just struggle until you take a breath, then you take this very big deep breath and you hold it in and you contract your diaphragm like you cause pressure in there, and then just hold that for 15 seconds and think of all the low vibrational emotions that you're feeling or some type of experience that is bringing you down. And then when you expel the air, picture that oxygen being like a ugly, dense color, as if you're releasing this freaking poisonous gas, which is the negative thoughts and the negative vibrations from you. Like, visualize it leaving your body, and then continue on and do another 2 rounds. I guarantee you, you're going to feel like $1,000,000 after. And these are tools that we could use during our ascension and these symptoms. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, like, I have to push myself to do this breath work, which I don't understand. Because every time I do it, I have a great experience. And then I'm having this thought, like, why do I have to push myself to do this practice? It is amazing. It serves me so well. But that's just the ego holding back, trying to keep you grounded into the life that you're trying to let go of. So I just wanted to make this video to let you know that if you are going through any of these ascension symptoms and you're feeling down, we all are. You're not alone. We are all grounding this energy together. So just stay focused. Just know that our darkest times is where we shine the brightest. So greatness is coming. I really feel that. I really feel like if you've been working towards your best version and doing what you need to do to accomplish your goals, you're moments away from a breakthrough. Mark my words, you're moments away from a breakthrough. And just remember, it's fall time. It's time of harvest. It's time to harvest our manifestations. It's time to harvest our goods that, you know, from the seeds that we planted, you know, earlier last year, maybe in the summer, whenever you planted them. Now is harvest time. So just focus, and just have faith that it's all going to come and it's all going to show up for you and everything is going to be great. And you're going to be so glad that you didn't give up. And you were going to be so glad that you didn't let that loved one get in your head and convince you that you were making a bad decision and that, you know, you need to wake up and you need to fucking fall back asleep. Just know that everybody that I know is going through the spiritual journey had that experience where they were questioned by loved ones, by family members, by friends, by spouses, you know, and saying, what's going on with you? You know, you're not the same person, you know, I think you're going crazy. And, you know, if we're in a weak place, we'll fucking start believing that shit, you know, and we'll let it get in our heads. But that's just that low vibrational force trying to keep you grounded into this fucking three-dimensional world of worry and lack and judgment. And we're trying to transcend fourth and fifth dimensions. Here we come. You know, I know I have a lot of love that I came here to share, and it's just so odd that my whole life has deprived me of love. To the fact where I have to find this love within me for myself before I could share it with any other individual. And that's what we are all going through. So work on loving yourself, work on becoming your best version, and just know that greatness is right around the corner. And just keep on keeping on. As difficult as it is, we are all going through it. We are all going through it, and the only thing that you could do, and the most important thing you should do, is love yourself. And if you vibed with this, subscribe, share, and just be you. Thank you.